Ziggity Zig talking his way out of silver game number 5. 4? Why am I so bad with numbers? Anyway, this is a game between myself and Wito. Wito. Maybe he's Russian and his name is Vito. I don't know. But that was kind of racist, a little. It's a PvT, so it's a little bit different, but the other different thing about it is we're not actually going to focus too much on what I'm doing, because I've just sort of tried to do my basic whatnot, and hopefully I don't screw it up too much, but I was just impressed. It's not a very long game, and Wito showed up with some game. He brought an A game to this match, and then I found out afterwards. After this match, this was Wito's placement match because he wasn't ranked. When I looked at it afterwards, I thought, "Oh my god, what was I up against?" Because it was just something I was not expecting, and random. So this person is playing random, and of course I zip around, and I'm starting to totally freak out at this point. And I think one of my other main problems was I didn't 12 gate because I didn't know what I was looking at. So were it a random, I thought, oh no, if it's random, it could be cheesing me. I should put down a forger or something. So then I put down, oh yeah, that was my problem. I went to simulator first. Now I'm remembering that, yes, there was quite a number of mistakes. So Wito decides to go cross check first. I go with my tried and true clockwise. Clockwise doesn't work out all that well for me this time, but we go back to see what Wito's doing. Wito's into your basic, blah blah blah, yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Worker supplies, pretty much on par. I am possibly on my second, yeah, I think I've done my second round of chrono boosting that, so, ooh, wow, yeah. So that's the problem with the late gateway, is I'm going to be late with just about everything else. Now, let's have a quick peek here. Ready? Ready? APM. Average 60. So you can already tell this one's not going to go all that well. Now, are we in at the point where the EPM is working? Huh. Wait. M and Shift C. So anyway, I am... Oh, I'm blue. So there you go. That's the APM, and then that's the effective APM. So I was spamming a little right at the beginning. I'm doing that warm up your fingers thing. Or you know what? Shut up. So anyway, I finally scout just to find out, and at this point, I still didn't actually know what race I was up against. So there he goes. Barracks number 2. I go and I hide in the middle. I finally get my cyber core going, and my first zealot is out. Fair enough. I think I eventually try to save up for my 3-gate robo. So here's a second. Tech lab going, and the first thing out is a marauder. First unit out is a marauder. Sets the tone for this noise. This is just ridiculous. I was on two gates. I am winning the supply and slightly of the army. Here comes another marauder. So he's just, yeah, he's right on top of this. So the effective, yeah, he's winning me an effective EPM. But at the same token, my APM, yeah, so I just started out really high at the beginning, but then I did not continue it. He's definitely winning the EPM battle. Maybe I'll have to switch up and have a look at that. So I decide to try to take a look and see if I could see anything passing through my vision. So I tuck that over in the corner, and I take the middle tower. So I have a slightly forward pylon. Meanwhile, I'm getting a couple of units there. Meanwhile, we are still on the double marauder. Double marauder tag. 120. Yeah, there we go. So he's up to 6. I am not producing enough right now. I am doing absolutely nothing. Bad things are happening. My worker supply is doing quite well. Ready to get... Yeah, so what I decide there is I decide to get my observer out. Here come 6 marauders. Look at this. Look at this ridiculousness right here. And he's going to plant them right down here at the bottom of my base. Now, here he comes through. So do I see this? As I'm looking down here? Herpaderpader. Yes, I do. But was I looking in the middle while I was trying to expand? It's a basic expansion. Ready? Who do you think will win in a battle between 3 zealots and a sentry? And 6 marauders. Let's slow it down and find out what I do here. So they show up, and I try to force field this, but I lose out on it. I do try to run away, which I probably should have stayed and fought. I possibly would have got out of a couple of them. This is a timing push with concussive shells. I managed to warp in a couple of these, but it's just not quite enough. I mean, 2? No. So I chrono that, even though I don't quite have... No, I don't have enough for the immortal. And he pops that down. Shows up with 6 and 2 on the way. 8 marauders basically walk in and just face roll me. So I respond. That is a sexy marauder push. That is some seriously awesome stuff. He was placing with that. Placing! APM. Yep, beat me on the EPM. But look at my spam! That's disgraceful. I was just clicking around being stupid. Could have canceled that and I would have had something there. Bad reactions to that because I did not really know what to do when 6 marauders showed up at my door. You know what? That was a fast game. Let's go have a look at the other fast game I played. And this one is one I called Gold Player 6 Pools. And I already know what I did wrong here is because I decided, oh, I'm up against a zerg. I was trying to do the Zealot Rush, but I derped out. I want to see what happens on a good 6 pool here. Now, is this... Do you basically just go, and make no drones? Yeah, you do. Look at that. So I say GLHF. He says, don't have fun. And I think to myself, fine, whatever. I'm happy that I'm going to try a Zealot Rush. I'm kind of glad the Zealot Rush doesn't always work. This is, in fact, the first time it has not worked for me. Yep, there we go. So there is the 6 pool. So what do? I am at 9, and I am very late in getting my pylon down. Look at that, I'm at 120 already, so it's a late pylon. And then I think, oh, I'll go and scout. And then I think, no, wait a minute. I'm doing a Zealot Rush. I don't need to scout. And then I think, oh, wait, it was Zerg. Yes, I do need to scout. So I go back. And I go all the way across. Oh, and then what happens? I try to be ready for my 12 gate. But money's just not quite rolling in. Money's just not quite rolling in. And there we go. Alright, so there's my first gate. Now I gotta wait for a little bit more. But I pop up here. And what do I see? And my scout, I see Lings. He responds with, you ain't seen nothing. Don't question it. Don't question it. He's still only on 6. Man, that's just ridiculous. So I think, oh, crap, what do? Alright, well, I get another gateway here. But the problem is, yeah, that kind of cuts this off, but because I derped this, and I put the gateway in the wrong spot for the wall, I think, alright, well, let's use some of the probes and come over here, and I can try to... I should have blocked the ramp a little bit better, but what I did is I decided to get in... Well, my EPM is still kind of high, but then I also tried to also get Chrono out with my first Zealot. I still am ahead in worker supply, so I am still making a little bit, but just not quite cutting it. So he's polishing that off, and I decide, oh, I better put up another one. There we go. And there goes that Zealot. I should have kept him there so he didn't get, so there we go. And I tried to get him so he wasn't quite being surrounded, but still, it was just too much. So I did try a couple little maneuvers, but when it comes down to it, I kind of derped really early on that one. So there you go. There was silver game 5 and 6. Two losses. Well, 2 for the price of 1. 2 cookies. If you liked any of that, if you got any advice for me, leave a comment down below, or you can send me an email, zigg@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter for all of my crazy shenanigans and hilaritudes. For example, here's the pro sitting up here saying, there's 6 of you and a bunch of zerglings that keep leaving the base. Anyway, this was a gold play that 6 pulled. I thought that was kind of embarrassing. You can follow me on Twitter, @ZiggyStarcraft. Stay tuned.